Ancient Egypt, a land of pharaohs, pyramids, and powerful gods. But Egypt was also a land of warriors. The ancient Egyptians were skilled soldiers. They built a vast empire. They fought to defend it. For centuries, the sound of chariots and the clash of bronze echoed across the sands of time. From the Nile Delta to the Nubian desert, battles raged. These battles shaped Egypt's destiny. They decided who ruled and who served. Victories brought wealth, power, and glory. Defeats meant loss, humiliation, and sometimes the end of an era. These were not just battles for land or treasure. They were clashes of ideologies. They were struggles for dominance. They were tests of strength and leadership. In the crucible of war, heroes were forged, legends were born, and the course of history was forever altered. The stories of these battles have come down to us through the ages, inscribed on temple walls, carved on towering monuments, and preserved in ancient texts. They offer a glimpse into a world of epic conflict and timeless courage. They remind us that even in the distant past, the human story was often written in blood and fire. One of the most famous battles in Egyptian history was the Battle of Kadesh. It took place in 1274 BC. The Egyptian pharaoh Ramses II led his army against the Hittites. The Hittites were a powerful empire in Anatolia, modern-day Turkey. Ramses II was a proud and ambitious ruler. He wanted to expand Egypt's empire. He marched north with his army, determined to crush the Hittites. The two armies met near the city of Kadesh, in what is now Syria. The battle began with a Hittite ambush. They caught the Egyptian army by surprise. Ramses was almost captured, but Ramses fought back with great courage. He rallied his troops and launched a fierce counterattack. The battle raged for hours. Both sides fought bravely, but in the end, neither side could achieve a decisive victory. The Battle of Kadesh ended in a stalemate. Another great Egyptian military leader was Thutmose III. He ruled Egypt in the 15th century BC. Thutmose was a brilliant strategist and a courageous warrior. He is often called the Napoleon of Egypt. One of Thutmose III's most famous victories was the Battle of Megiddo. It took place in 1457 BC. The Egyptians faced a coalition of Canaanite cities. The Canaanites were supported by the powerful kingdom of Mitanni. Thutmose III marched his army through the Aruna Pass. It was a risky move, but it allowed the Egyptians to surprise the enemy. The Canaanite forces were camped near Megiddo. They thought they were safe. But Thutmose III's army appeared on the horizon. The Egyptians launched a furious attack. The Canaanites were routed. They fled back to the safety of Megiddo's walls. The city was besieged and captured after a long siege. The Battle of Megiddo was a major victory for Thutmose III. It solidified Egyptian control over Canaan. For centuries, Egypt seemed almost invincible, but its power began to decline. In 525 BC, the Persian king Cambyses II invaded Egypt. The Persian army, led by Cambyses II, was a formidable force. They had conquered much of the Middle East. The Egyptians met the Persians at the Battle of Pelusium. Pelusium was a strategic city in the eastern Nile Delta. The Battle of Pelusium was a disaster for the Egyptians. The Persian army was larger and better equipped. The Egyptians fought bravely, but they were no match for the Persians. The Persian victory at Pelusium marked the end of the independent Egyptian kingdom. Egypt became a province of the Persian Empire. These battles, and many others like them, had a profound impact on ancient Egypt. They shaped its borders, its politics, and its place in the world. The constant threat of war meant that the Egyptians had to maintain a strong army. This required a centralized government, efficient administration, and a robust economy. Military success brought wealth and prestige, which in turn strengthened the pharaoh's power. Victory also allowed the Egyptians to expand their territory. They conquered Nubia to the south, securing access to its gold mines and other resources. They pushed east into Canaan and Syria, clashing with the Hittites and other powers for control of valuable trade routes. The Egyptians were master builders, and they commemorated their military achievements in stone. Temples were adorned with scenes of battle and triumph. Obelisks and statues celebrated the victories of powerful pharaohs. The walls of Karnak Temple, for example, are covered with reliefs depicting Ramses II's victory at Kadesh. The scenes are full of action and drama, bringing the battle to life for all to see. Similarly, Thutmose III's campaigns are recorded in detail on the walls of his temple at Karnak, along with lists of the booty he captured. These monuments served not only to glorify the pharaohs and their armies, but also to legitimize their rule. By presenting themselves as victorious warriors, the pharaohs reinforced their claim to divine authority and their right to rule over Egypt. The impact of war went beyond politics and territorial expansion. It also influenced Egyptian culture, religion, and technology. The Egyptians developed advanced weaponry and military tactics. They were skilled charioteers, archers, and infantrymen. They developed new types of swords, shields, and armor. They also learned to use siege engines and other military technologies. Warfare also played a role in Egyptian religion. The god Horus, often depicted as a falcon, was the god of war and kingship. Pharaohs were seen as his earthly representatives, and their military success was seen as a sign of his favor. Other gods, like Montu and Sekhmet, were also associated with war and victory. The wars of ancient Egypt were not just local conflicts, they were part of a larger web of interactions between the great powers of the ancient Near East. The Egyptians clashed with the Hittites, the Mitanni, the Assyrians, and the Persians, among others. These interactions had a lasting impact on the course of history. They shaped the political landscape of the ancient Near East. They also led to cultural exchange and the spread of ideas, technologies, and artistic motifs. The legacy of ancient Egypt's wars can still be felt today. The monuments and inscriptions they left behind offer a glimpse into their world and the challenges they faced. Their stories of courage, ambition, and the struggle for power continue to fascinate and inspire us. The battles of ancient Egypt were more than just clashes of armies. They were pivotal moments that shaped the destiny of a civilization. They were stories of human ambition, courage, and the enduring struggle for power. From the clash of chariots at Kadesh to the fall of Pelusium, these battles left an indelible mark on history. They remind us that even in the distant past, war was a powerful force that could both create and destroy, and that they continue to fascinate us today, offering a glimpse into a world of epic conflict and timeless human drama.